What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're here for episode 14 of Madden 22 Pink Slips with the San Antonio Express. And in today's episode, we are going to be finishing out the regular season here in year 2. We have the Colts, the Chiefs, and football team. And quickly looking at the playoffs, we are 10-4, and we are the 3 seed in the AFC. In the last episode, which dropped a couple days ago, we did go 1-2. We won the game, which was against the Jets, oddly enough. And in that victory, it was on all Madden. It wasn't too bad, you know. We won. There wasn't a bunch of interceptions. It wasn't nearly as cheesy as the last time we played on all Madden. Our team's a lot better, which certainly helps. But I'm always still looking for suggestions on what you guys are using if you are playing on all Madden for your preferred sliders, because the run game was pretty tough. It wasn't a whole lot of cheese, but there's still, you know, I'm not a guy here that's going to get complacent on default sliders all Madden. There's definitely a better way to find that fun zone, if you will. But for today's episode, I'm thinking, like, I looked at the schedule. We have the Colts, Chiefs, football team. Football team sounds the most interesting because there could be different players we haven't seen before. But we're also trying to make the playoffs. And you're coming on a 2-game losing streak, and you have the team that's right below you in the division standings in the Colts. And then you have the Kansas City Chiefs, who are currently the 1 seed in the AFC. Feels like we should be playing one of those games, right? 2 playoff contenders in the AFC. Let's maybe, you know, kick the can down the road on the fun, exciting, brand new players. How, you know, when's the next time we play Washington? You know, when is the next time those guys will become attainable? That's interesting, but it's not important when we need to make sure we can, you know, punch a ticket here into the playoffs. So what I'm thinking we're going to do is we are going to play the moments against the Colts. We'll play the game against the Chiefs, and we'll sim that one out there against Washington. And hopefully, I think we need 1 win. I feel like 10-4, if we lose out, 10-7, I can see a 10-7 team missing the playoffs here. Can I see an 11-win team missing the playoffs? I have yet to see that here in Madden 22 franchise mode. So our target here today is at worst, at absolute worst, excluding the players that we would end up losing if we do lose a bunch of games, 1 win. We just got to find a way to get 1 win. So without further ado, man, I don't think there's a whole lot, really. I mean, if you missed the last episode, where were ya? We did lose some guys for sure. New faces, old faces. So we lost Devontae Smith on the offensive side of the ball, and we got Gabe Davis here. Yeah, it's, you know, from an overall standpoint, not bad, but from an excitement upside, we know what you are in real life standpoint, definitely stings just a little bit. We lost, you know, our best offensive lineman in Nate Davis, and we have AJ Can here now, is what it is. And then on the defensive side of the ball, we got an addition in Ashawn Robinson at defensive tackle, which is, it's not a, you know, a sexy player by any means, but it's a big time. It's, you know, Street was our, you know, the previous starter. He's only a 68 overall, so adding a 75 should help us out, especially in terms of a run defense. We're able to add Zaven Collins. He was definitely the biggest player that we got to add to the squad in the last episode, 79 star dev. Pretty goddamn good beast out of Tulsa. We did lose Marshawn Lattimore, a superstar dev corner. He was very quickly. Hopefully he didn't unpack his bags because he joined the last episode, and we lost him before the episode was gone. We grabbed J.C. Jackson here, 87 stars, still a good player, but Lattimore was a 90 superstar. Just you know, just offered a little bit more at that position. And you can also argue now between J.C. Jackson, he can play on the outside, but J.C. Jackson and Tavon Young got a couple slots here versus, you know, someone that's rightfully an outside partner here for Newsom. But you know what? Screw it. We'll rock and roll with J.C. Jackson. I'm not some awful, I'm not gonna, you know, awful whoever you want on a dating app, and I'm gonna see that 5'10" and immediately just, you know, disrespect the man. I'm gonna put you on the outside. We'll see what you can do. But can't lose, man. We're on a 2-game losing streak. We have the 8-6 Colts. They've been a team that, you know, it's a heavyweight bout. We've played the Colts a bunch of times. We've won some, just as many as we lost. I feel like we're pretty close, probably 500 against the Colts. So we're gonna hop in here, play the moments, and hopefully not continue and fall into a 3-game losing streak here in our playoff push. Okay, so our first game on the slate, as you can tell, it's Monday. It's a Monday after first football Sunday. Philly won, so it's not a sad Monday, but it's still a Monday after sitting on my butt all Sunday. Got to get back into gear here. So hopefully we get a little bit of sim help, where it's not us constantly like fighting back from a deficit And actually, honestly, I just want my team not to be a liability. I don't want this to be a situation where, like, we do nothing and they keep prompting me to come in on third down, because that's the only chance we have at doing anything. So I'll come in on this third down to see if we could just get so much momentum that there's no way. We should run this one. So much momentum that there's no way we're going to not win this in the sim. So here we have Najee Harris just running away. Terrible, terrible run defense. Just went the complete opposite direction. Colts did not adjust to the audible. And we were up 2 scores to zip. Oh, yeah, this is what we needed. After last episode where we could not win in the sim. Absolutely could not get any momentum going. This could be a generous score. Unfortunately, we had to have it. Let alone, can we hold on to the lead? What? All right, we just gave up 21 points in like a quarter. Oh, that would have been sick. Oh, 1 tackle away. And I think Najee would have been gone there. Let's be aggressive. What else are you going to do, right? We're going to take this to overtime. This is going to OT and we're playing the moments. I'm going to play the entire drive. If we get the ball first, I'm going to play the entire drive. So we're going to go, I don't even know. Do we have any good plays here? Double post, something deep. What's the coach thinking? Quez Watkins now. We have no more Devontae Smith out there. So Y is going to be our primary read. If he can get open. Whatever. Just a couple more yards to the Hail Mary at this point. No one can out. Pocket was not clean. Let's try this again. It's all we need. Give me a little bit of pocket, and as soon as Quez hits that break, dump it behind the safety, and there's a game-winning touchdown. Safety is dropping back. Oh, there's nothing there. Yeah, we're going overtime. It hasn't been a bad game for Matt. It's just the defense fell flat. Absolutely, the defense fell flat there. Opening coin toss. It is Colts got it, so they're going to need the defense to come out here. Get a stop. It's Kyler Murray. Confidence level's not the highest because all the momentum is with the Colts. But if we can prove that we're like a playoff caliber team, and we can get that stop with the ball in the hands of our offense like we just did, good things can certainly happen. 2nd and 8. Let's go to Harris at the backfield. Gets tackled right away, but we only need to get into field goal range. And we have one of the best kickers, even though his rating sucks, in the NFL. Good grab. Tremble across the middle of the field, and we get up to the 50. Is there a 2-minute warning in overtime? Yes, there is. See, I don't understand the overtime rules because, like, sometimes when you have these overtimes too, the clock will like roll over and you get a second overtime. So I never really know how overtime kind of works out here in Madden. We have 2 minutes. Need about 15-ish yards. We got Quez Watkins. Easy does it. That's, you know, now let's just kind of grind our way down. Either get that touchdown if something pops free or play for the field goal. I will say at this scenario, though, at any time it comes to a field goal, unless we're talking Super Bowl, AFC Championship game, I feel like if I'm playing this much to get us into field goal range, we let the computer kind of, you know, seal the deal. If you, oh my God. I was going to hit that running back. But I also feel like 50, whoever that linebacker was getting ready to make some sort of super linebacker jumping interception. And I'd rather not put the ball in the harm's way. 3rd and 2, another scenario. Najee Harris. Keep the drive going. Let's make this so like the computer can't not hit this field goal. This will be our last attempt to try to get a touchdown. If not, we'll bring the timeout. Bring the kicker on out here. It'd just be easier to get the touchdown, right? We got that 1 win. The critical 1 win I think we need to feel confident that we'll make the playoffs, regardless of what happens to the final 2 games of the season. And it is Najee Harris. Big block there by 68. Jonah Jackson. And let's also be honest. If you had to look at all the stats, this was the beginning of a Madden season. and like who's the most overpowered running back in Madden 22, you look at my Najee Harris, you're gonna be saying it's the San Antonio Express. Najee Harris is the most overpowered running back in Madden 22. Let's calculate the score, find out who we're getting from the Colts, and get into Week 17. Alright, so we won the game, which is great, even though that fourth quarter we gave up 21 points. Very frustrating, and makes me, for a series that has a lot of sim reliance, you don't like seeing that. But we won the game, and it was a divisional victory, which is 2 stars. We won the turnover battle, which is worth a half star. Here's another question that, kind of seems like it should, but I don't want to pad my stats, and I'm not going to use it for today's video. But looking at Mac Jones here, he had 2 passing touchdowns, and he had 1 rushing touchdown. That's 3 total touchdowns, and currently, quarterbacks only get points if they have 3 passing touchdowns. Should it be total touchdowns? I don't know. I'm not going to count that now, but maybe that's something that just kind of also makes sense, especially if at some point we move on from Mac Jones, if we had like a Lamar Jackson or a Kyler Murray, where it's going to be a lot more realistic to expect rushing touchdowns for my quarterbacks. Should that have a factoring into scoring? Should it just be 3 touchdowns total for your quarterback? Let me know. But Najee Harris was outstanding. 136 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. So Najee got us 1 full star. Nothing much on the receiving standpoint. Tommy Tremble had a big game, though. I like seeing that. Breakup for the tight end. I suppose another question, which I'm not as concerned about, but we were giving scoring for 150 yards from scrimmage for running backs because, you think of, like, again, Christian McCaffrey type guys, Alvin Kamara's. You should reward running backs to get all-purpose yards and stuff, like yards from scrimmage anyways, not all-purpose. But should Najee Harris get an additional star for getting over 150? Like, should he get a half star because with his rushing yards and receiving yards, he goes over 150? Should that be a 1.5 star performance for Najee Harris? A little more confusing. Kind of feels like you're opening Pandora's box there a little bit. So my question is just more so focused on the quarterbacks. Should we combine passing and rushing touchdowns for the quarterbacks for scoring? Let me know in the comments. But we did get no scoring here from our receivers, unfortunately. Flipping to the defensive side of the ball, though, we had some, Chase Young had a good game, but we did have 1 interception for White Lightning, Troy Apke, which is worth a half star. Therefore, it gives us a 4-star performance because it was simmed. We have it. It's a 2-star performance, a +4 upgrade that we get to get from the Colts. I wish it was going to be a little more sexier, but I just want to get my player back. So at this point, I'm going to send them, I think this was the deal, right? We're going to send them J.C. Jackson. I'm not even going to use the full +4, we're going to use the +3 and get back Marshawn Lattimore. There was an option to potentially get Gabe Davis, send him over and get Darius Slayton, who was a little bit of a fan favorite for us in Madden 21 with the Detroit Lions franchise. But at this point, I was like, Gabe Davis is solid, and Marshawn Lattimore is a bigger potential upgrade, and I wasn't prepared to lose Marshawn Lattimore when I did. So let's just kind of right the wrong on a previous pink slip loss and get a player back. That's kind of like the infighting that happens within a pink slip series. Some players are going to flip-flop because, come on, I'd rather Lattimore on the outside than J.C. Jackson. With the victory over the Colts, we do move up to the number 2 seed. And looking at the records, do we have a chance, if we can win this game, to become the 1 seed, 2 games behind Kansas City? Gives us a chance, right? If we win this game, Kansas City can go on a little bit of a tailspin here, go 0-2 in their final 2 games, maybe. But like, this is at least it's a maybe, right? We have an option to potentially still lock down that 1 seed by this Chiefs game here. And they have Deshaun Watson, who's playing insane. I see 49 passing touchdowns. Okay. I'm not getting my hopes up too much. I guess right now, best case scenario for me, because we got our victory. We're 11-4, firmly top place in the AFC South. If the Chiefs are really this good, and looking at the rating, 88 offense, 86 overall, let's just not lose in a 5-star. I don't want to break out the loser 5-star spinning wheel here today. Boo this man. Let the record state, boo that guy. Boo. Little RPO, they are going down the field fairly quickly. Man, this is pretty scary, though. They got Austin Eckler, you got Deshaun Watson, Darren Waller, Jamar Chase. I can kind of see why they're the 1 seed right now. No matter what way you cut it, the Chiefs are overpowered in the sim, be it their base roster or a fantasy draft roster. Come on. Oh, man. Let's go. Break off! They've had the ball for half the first quarter. Just can't get off the field, man. I don't know. It's one of those things where I try to get our best players on the field. I'm thinking we need to not have Chase Young at defensive tackle. All right, maybe we'll keep Chase Young at defensive tackle. Make sure they're not faking it. It took them the whole first quarter pretty much to get 3 points, but it's a great stand for our defense to bend and not break. Not feeling comfortable with Gabe Davis as our wide receiver 1. Even though it's still technically Quez Watkins, he's lining up as wide receiver 1. It just doesn't feel the same like it did throwing it up to Devontae Smith. Well, the first game we played on All Madden against Aaron Rodgers didn't really feel like All Madden. You know, he's missing throws here and there. Sean Watson can't miss. This is what I know and remember. Why is Voshawn Joseph on the field over Zaven Collins? That's what I want to know at this point. What's going on with the depth chart here? That's Zaven Collins. Is it because he's not our second sub linebacker? It probably is. Don't lose by 5 stars. Don't lose by 5 stars. Don't lose by 5 stars. When in doubt, man, you just need a big play to Quez Watkins. Kind of right the ship here a little bit. Had the check down, didn't take it. Don't lose by 5 stars. Don't lose by 5 stars. Don't lose by 5. I actually didn't even fucking hate that. Quez Watkins got the separation, just it wasn't a great ball. Through that, I guess, you know what? They probably actually dinged me with the fact Mac Jones got hit there. Mac Jones got hit, shave off 5 yards, and that's just enough to underthrow for 23. Oh, what? Hey, you know what? That's one of those ones where it's like, kind of a punt. You hate to have a turnover there, but at least, they're not starting midfield. They're not starting in our red zone. All right. Little quiddy pay action there. Chase Young going low on Deshaun Watson. We're starting to heat up here. He's definitely winning his matches on the interior, on the offensive line here against Kansas City. We're going to keep that going. Deshaun scramble drill, walks into a sack from Montez Sweat. And the defense gets a good stand there. We go Quez, and he drops it. Okay, looking for our first completion. Can it be John Ross? Don't lose by 5 stars. Don't lose by 5 stars. Don't lose by 5 stars. Let's get a big play here. 3rd and 1. All right. Need a touchdown here. Got to get a touchdown before half. Hey, here we go. We got a couple completions here before halftime. They don't even have, a lot of talent on the back end, man. I'm not seeing superstars, superstar X Factors and stuff like that. This used to be our guys need to take advantage of that and make some plays. There we go, Quez. There we go, sir. Can we do that again? Can we win again on the outside? Or we'll just take the short pass to Gabe Davis. See what this guy can offer to our squad. Now, I also think let's probably just make sure we have the ball last year. Don't want to give them enough time to get the ball, get some more points. Let's slow it down a little bit. Get this touchdown. Make sure we call our best plays. And get sacked also. Okay, right on. Right on. Okay, right on. Oh, right on. Okay, right on. Right on. Okay. Right on. Okay. Right on. Let's go for it, baby. Gives a fuck. Right on. All right, right on. Right on. Right on. We have 2 total yards of offense, I think. Quez. Like, why is he slowing down? Why? I'm hitting X. X is like turn and run when you catch it, and he's like slowing down. I don't know, man. It's a little weird. Maybe that's something with the home field advantage. He's not catching these and continuing his forward momentum. It feels like there's a lot of hesitation when I'm making some of my completions here. That's just not on the other side of the field, but is what it is. It's a great tackle there, Grady Jarrett. Love this play. Just hit this for some reason. See if this works. At this point, I want this to wake up Mac Jones. We're going to run the draw, and I hope Mac Jones gets absolutely popped. Wake him up. There, look, he actually took that one on the run. Finally, thank you. Need the score here. Don't lose by 5 stars. That was the goal when we had the opening kickoff. It's still the goal now on the opening drive of the second half. Absolutely need a touchdown. Let's see if this is a route. Devontae Smith always open. Can Gabe Davis do the same? Almost got top-gated by the goalpost, but he caught it. Gabe Davis. I think that's actually his 10th receiving touchdown of the year. Did some work before he joined us in pink slips here. It's nice. There we go. On the board. Oh, they're going to challenge it? Booth review. It is good. Thank you very much. Touchdown Express on the board. Go. 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 Quez Watkins. League leader in touchdowns. Gets another one. This is got to be a good fourth quarter. Really need someone in my secondary here to make a play. Screen. Of course, he breaks a little bit of the tackle, but still going to be 3rd and 4. Great chance here. Man, I'm almost... Yeah, I was frustrated. I was getting a little trigger there. Probably should have kicked that field goal on 4th and a mile early in the game. But hey, it's not going to matter if we can't get a stop here. Which we do. Montez Sweat gets home. 2nd sack. There's some pink scoring there. We hold the Chiefs to a field goal. Oh, the wheels of my QB1! That was insane. You know who it is. We ain't going down without a fight. I think this guy can tackle. Who is this? Who is that? I don't even know. 54. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I want to know, too. We have, like, all equal playing field at the beginning of the series with the fantasy draft. Who let the Chiefs get all these guys? Like, who wasn't picking up half these players? Like, there's no way they should have Jamar Chase, Deshaun Watson, Darren Waller, Austin Eckler. There's no way. Is there, like, some undercover pink slips going on? The Chiefs been winning players that we don't know about? Third set, we're going to do this hard flats play that I've been told has been very overpowered. Hopefully it's the slants of defense that can help us out. We get the pressure. Okay. How are we not reviewing that for a fumble? It is beyond me. Hard flats. Comes up big, pushes him out of any potential scoring range. We're getting the ball back. Fucking stupid, man. Come on. What's with the overthrow? There's no reason to do that. Come on. Quez slants. We gotta go as dirty as we have to try to figure out how to get back into this game. Quez makes the catch. We're gonna need a touchdown. I'm gonna need to buy a couple ebooks to figure out how to hit a goddamn onside kick in this game. Let's do the hard part first. Let's get Quez another. Be a touchdown there, but I guess it wasn't. Get Najee in there for the touchdown. Let's figure out this kicking game. Do we still got our timeouts, I guess? Worst case scenario, if we don't get this, you know, stop them 3 times, then Hail Mary situation. Let's actually kick it deep. Onside kick, whatever. I guess they're just simming it. Let's try to get 3 quick stops. Burn all the timeouts. Get the ball back. Oh, they're gonna throw. Ah, no, we're not ready for that. Should went hard flats again. That's how you play on all Madden, right? You find the 5 money plays and you just run them the whole time, because that's the only way to play and compete. Get me out of this. I don't give a fuck. Well, I mean, it might be a 5-star, a lot of turnovers, but no, that's what happens, man. You want to play on all Madden. You want to add a little bit of spice to your series, a little bit more resistance to the series. I mean, that wasn't that cheesy of a loss. You know what I'm saying? It's not one of those ones where it's like there's a bunch of just absolute bullshit. But, you know, I would love still to get a good set of sliders anyways, so that the quarterback isn't always having some form of 80+% completion percentage every time you play them. That's where I'm looking at right now.
Fucking bullshit!
I mean, you gotta take the good with the bad here. So we lost by 2, only by 2, but they won the game, which is worth 1 star. Clear with all their interceptions. They won the turnover battle, which is worth a ½ star. Looking at their player performances here, Deshaun Watson didn't get anything. He was close, but no cigar. Darren Waller going over 100 yards, had a ½ star in scoring, and then the defense where it kind of kicks us in the dick a little bit. Tank Lawrence, 2 sacks, is a ½ star. They have 3 total interceptions, which is 1.5 star, and one of those picks was a pick 6. It's a 5-star performance. So let's crank out the old defeat 5 stars, spin the wheel. So here's a first look at the 5-star loser wheel. We haven't really talked a whole lot about what these widgets are going to look like, but I feel like we got a good starting point here. Absolutely can involve it, because this is something that's few and far between. We see a lot more positive winning 5 stars than losing. This is the first time we've had it versus 5 or 6 winning 5 stars. So I do feel like because it is so infrequent, it should be as brutal and punishing as it possibly can. So here are the widgets. I'm going to explain them. They're kind of self-explanatory. At the yellow widget, we have dev decrease. So it's the inverse of what we have on the positive wheel. One of our players will be going down a dev trait, and we're going to act as in the interest of the Kansas City Chiefs. So they're going to be going after our superstars and our superstar X factors. We have the plus 20 overall, which again, kind of also self-explanatory. They currently have a plus 10 upgrade. They roll that. They can pillage our team for up to plus 20 points. We have the draft pick widget. We roll this. They get our best draft pick. We get their worst draft pick. So we will send our 1st rounder for the Chiefs' 7th rounder. Sucks. It is what it is. And then the last widget is the blue one that I thought we had a little bit of fun with that, because we have a widget on the positive wheel, which is the pink special, which you get plus 2 acceleration. Is it plus 3? Plus 3 acceleration, plus 3 sprint speed, plus 3 throw power. We roll the piss test. We're going to take one player, any player, minus 3 acceleration, minus 3 sprint speed, minus 3 throw power to Mac Jones, and a 1-game suspension. I cannot play whatever players. If we obviously leave Mac Jones and somebody, they will. It's acting like they got caught for using the Pink's juice, and they have to be punished, rightfully so. So here we go, man. Don't really want that. I think the blue one might be the best though, because 1-game suspension. We think we have the playoffs already locked up, so that week 18 might be a game you don't want to play them anyways. Doesn't matter. We're losing our 1st round draft pick. Okay. So here's the punishment. We're going to be setting our 1st round pick for their 7th round pick, and then to maximize it, they're using their full plus 10. The only other player, full disclosure, that I really thought was worth upgrading for the Chiefs was using a plus 8 to go from Caleb Farley, who's a really actually good-looking corner, to get Marshawn Lattimore. But the fact that you have Farley with a high ceiling, this upgrade made a little more sense. And it maximizes the plus 10. Zaven Collins, I think their current starting outside linebacker is 74. It's Dennis Gardeck. Actually, well, I'll just show you that. I was thinking about doing that anyways, because he's a little bit of a channel legend. Because he was so, I don't remember what was last. It was just, anytime we played the Cardinals, I think it was last year, Madden 21. This guy here, call him the White Lawrence Taylor. Would have been fun to get him, but it's just not maximizing the points there. But Zaven Collins will be an upgrade over him to their squad. God damn it. Let's get a win here. We got to finish out this season with a win and get a player back. We need to bounce back. Our final game of the year against the 8-8 Washington football team, but across the board, they're pretty good. 84s. Let's get a quick look at their roster here. Probably could have done it for the Chiefs. I just knew that Chiefs game was bad. I didn't really care too much about it. I didn't want to see. I didn't want to worry. They got Danielle Hunter, Miles Jack, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. A couple players. I guess we might as well view this from a standpoint of like players we could upgrade to. That'd be fun. Jalen Waddle would be awesome. That's only a +2 to upgrade from Gabe Davis to Jalen Waddle. I'd be all over that. I mean, Burrow's there. I don't think we're ready to move on from Mac Jones, but the option is certainly it. Because if we get this win, it's going to be on you guys to vote on who we could potentially add. But given that performance last week, I don't know. We have another Mullins, LD Mullins, 77 superstar rookie corner. Don't really need a lot of depth at corner right now. That's actually not a great roster for us to talk about potential upgrades. Not in that sweet spot of like high 70s, low 80s. It's not really there. But we can only control what we control. You can only play who's in front of you, and we need a win first and foremost, not lose a player ahead of our playoff push. I'm already thinking about though. Jalen Waddle, man. Jalen Waddle, Quez Watkins, another Alabama player. I mean, we did lose Devontae, but this is a straight sim. There's no hopping in. So if we are getting absolutely ravaged by Washington, we got to take that one on the chin, and it's not looking the best right now. Getting down there in scoring range, having to settle for field goals, not playing a lot of football in football team territory. Touchdown here to go into halftime would be pretty good. Shave their lead to 10. Strong second half would be great. Touchdown there. A lot of momentum in the Express's favor. But we open up the third quarter. Washington football team get a touchdown. We go for it on fourth down. Get a nice drive going here. No points. And back-to-back episodes. We go 1-2, and we go into our playoff push, losing another fucking player. And look at that, it's not a bad loss, it's just an annoying loss. 27-17, so Washington gets 1 star for the victory. At the plus-minus, they did win the turnover battle. That is worth a half star. For their player performances, wasn't really anything too special. I think our defense, full credit to them, actually did admirable. But on the defensive side, they did get 3.5 sacks for Carl Lawson, which is worth a half star. An interception for Steven Nelson, which is a half star. It's a 2.5 star performance for the football team. We have it. We round up 2-star performance plus 4 upgrade. Good news. There was no way to maximize the +4 for the football team. I was like trying, just didn't play out that way, which is kind of good for us. But this trade is still incredibly one-sided. They're going to be setting us, even just for the memes, Nelson Aguilar, 79, star dev, 29-year-old wide receiver, and Jalen Thompson, 79, normal dev, safety, which actually, he isn't too bad, but he is 24, normal dev, and they're going to be flipping Aguilar for 80 overall wide receiver Gabe Davis, who's actually right now, he's on full confidence, 82, which is good, but that's more so our team. I don't know if that boost would carry over. Don't know what their coaching staff's looking like, but yeah, better player, and, a lot younger, 6 years younger than Nelson Aguilar, so that's an upgrade for them at wide receiver 3. And they're getting a brand new starting free safety in Javon Holland, 80 overall, star dev, only 22. So they are getting a lot better at both positions. It's not a full +4, but it's still massive hit. We're losing our wide receiver 1 from an overall standpoint. It really is Quez Watkins, and we're losing our starting free safety ahead of our playoff push. Very annoying. So that was a stinker way to end up. Of course, we're playing a divisional team here. The Colts in the first round of the playoffs. That is for another episode. Kind of good news, I guess. Silver lining. Aguilar, who we just acquired, did have a skill point. So he's now an 80 overall. Does that help much? That Nelson freaking Aguilar is our wide receiver 1 in a C4 series. Memes write itself, man. The memes write itself. So we go 1-2 in today's episode. I guess we still finished where we started as the 3 seed Jets and the Chiefs ahead of us, and we know we beat the Chiefs. We know we have what it takes to beat the Jets. We hung in there with the Chiefs. So if we can go on a little bit of a run, I'm not going to be scared playing those teams again, even though the Jets are led by Aaron Rodgers and the Chiefs are incredibly stacked, led by most likely the league MVP in Deshaun Watson. So tomorrow's episode, or it will be tomorrow, it's probably actually going to be a rebuild or something like that tomorrow, but the next time we do Pinks, we're going to take it as a playoff game by basis. So it'll just be the Colts game Hopefully we win. Hopefully it's not the last of the episodes for this season. And whenever we do lose, we'll do like the full season recap, look at all of our stats and all that stuff, and we'll preview the draft classes, some of the Patreon players, some of the just non-Patreon players that look pretty good. But that is not for today's episode. That is not for the next episode, because the next episode is going to be the beginning of a Cinderella run for the San Antonio Express to go on and win the Super Bowl. But that will do it for today's episode. So as I say in all my videos, thank you very much for watching. As always, your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Almost at 150,000 subscribers. That'd be awesome. We can hit that sooner than later. Thumbs up, a like, it's free, and it very much helps with the channel. Leaving comments, engaging with the video very much helps the channel. So thank you very much for doing that and keeping to do that. I like it, and I appreciate it very much. And I'll see you guys back in the next one. Thanks for watching, and peace out.